Small
Leslie,
business tyrants.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought up the business of alternative rock, because I don't think this film is about race or about class.
All right.
Or I do think Jordan Peele will complete the system of German ideology, but
Thank you.
maybe not yet. I think this film is about Black Flag and punk in general. And if you'll indulge me for a moment.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah. So in the first scene of the movie, one of the first symbols that we see in the film is one of the carnies wearing a shirt for Black Flag's 1984 album My War. The shirt depicts a gloved hand holding a knife, an act of foreshadowing. A more obvious choice would have been the Black Flag shirt for the cover of Everything Went Black, which is an aggressively open pair of scissors. So I think they chose My War because it's like a very dualistic and paranoid Black Flag album. The title track features the verse, "You say that you're my friend, but you're one of them, them, them." My War has this controversial B-side, which is this dismal experiment in slowed-down, sludgy proto-metal that almost every punk at the time found totally unlistenable. So it represents this dark duality of Black Flag that continued throughout their late career, a testament between the growing tension within the band, between the intolerable controlling paranoia of guitarist Greg Ginn, evidence in songs like In My Head and I Can See You, and the emerging pop star Henry Rollins. So the band broke up in the summer of 1986 when the movie takes place. And they were dormant for nearly two decades until 2013. And the movie also resumes in this era with the reemergence of the Black Flag shirt, this time the classic Black Flag bar design, a repetition of the 1111 motif, worn by one of the twins. Later, the same twin wears a Dead Kennedy shirt, perhaps alluding to the Dead Kennedy song, Crushed Little Kids Beneath the Boardwalk. So one twin is punk, the other is preppy, and I think this is an allusion to the duality of the pop and the cathartic rock sides of punk, and also the dual Black Flag reunions that occurred when they reunited in 2013.
All right.
My head just exploded.
One was with Greg Ginn and a new singer, and the other was with Keith Morris and a mostly new band. This was called Flag, and they had a tour of polished big stage and festival-ready nostalgia trip shows, while Ginn's, legally named Black Flag stayed true to their bizarre experimental messiness. And they had such a disastrous tour that their singer quit halfway through the tour. They released an album that nobody liked and everyone just wanted to forget immediately. There was strangely a theremin involved.
Why?
So there was this duality of the bands that represent this tension within punk, where with its roots in both pop and the boy band stylings of the Sex Pistols and Clash, and its rock and roll nihilism, self-destruction, and catharsis. This is the same duality that leads to the battle between the protagonist family and the tethered family, which climaxes in a violent dance in a dingy underground venue, a mosh pit, if you will. And it's the same tension that I think is best represented throughout punk, but probably best represented in Black Flag's best album, 1981's Damage, especially the cover, which depicts a reflection of Henry Rollins shattering a mirror that he is punching his own reflection.
Whoa.
Wow.
Galaxy brain
Shit.
take. Good Lord.
I'm the only one who understood the movie.
Clearly.
I agree. Wow.